What's up, YouTube? How you doing? What's happening? This video gonna be about Christopher Reeve. Yeah, that one, the Superman, turned down the role in Body Heat, which went to William Hurt. You talk about a Scooby-Doo, huh? I couldn't imagine Christopher Reeve pulling this role off. I mean, he did have I guess you could say that, there's a certain type of standoffish kind of arrogance, snugness with Superman. If you do that role, that whole thing, uh, but it never was anything that was noticeable. Um, Christopher Reeves was a pretty cool actor for what he did, but I never got no, the character in Body Heat that William Hurt portrayed had was a snotty nose, sleazy type of lawyer, and it was almost like it was like out of a movie. It was textbook Hollywood, New York. It was like out of a movie. And he hit differently in that vein, which Christopher Reeves never ever had a movie where he hit like that. I never even now years later when Christopher Reeves did Street Smart with Morgan Freeman, that was pretty street for him. And in that movie, I still wasn't buying him, even the street for him because he just wasn't that dude. But this movie uh would have been almost laughable, I think. Because I didn't really get a sense out of Christopher Reeve that he was gonna be doing something that, he was being slick and sinister and devious and deceptive. It was actually a little bit much for William Hurt's character because he wasn't quite cut from that vein, but it still had ebbs and flows where you say, okay, but I couldn't imagine it. I couldn't imagine Christopher Reeves pulling it off. Sometimes you look at a movie and you think to yourself, that cat's too clean. That cat, he ain't got no streak. He's not cut from that kind of cloth. There's certain actors or actresses you watch and you say, nah, that ain't in their DNA. There's certain things they ain't gonna do. Certain things they would do, certain things they ain't gonna do. But um, this is a bit of much when I think about it. I was like, Christopher Reeve playing Body Heat? Because I always like to see who got passed over in these kind of roles, and then could I imagine them doing the role? And Body Heat was one of the movies I always liked a lot. Now, but the cat that played Kathleen Turner's husband, and he was nerdy and bubbly and bopped his head, but he's corny. But that doesn't mean that you can play that role either. I just trying to think that, I couldn't see Christopher Reeves associated with this movie at all. I just don't think it would have had the same hit. So it's interesting that came to be that almost he passed on it. So glad he did because I don't know if that how that would have worked, but But anyway, we always like I said, find this one out was like a wow. That one was a wow. But please hit like, subscribe, welcome thoughts, comments, and I do respond. Thank you. Wash your hands, keep your mind clear. Watch out for another share if you like, and hit that membership and hit that membership when you do request of it this come true, and we will definitely get your videos on. Communicate. Stay safe, stay blessed, stay woke, stay free, stay true, stay around, and I will definitely be talking about this because that's the kind of story I like to find out. And it kind of like stomps me out. All right, I'm out. Peace.